Hey, so I am here over at my grandparents' house, and it has been converted into a rental. And so, actually, let me leave this like that. My grandma, absolutely loved snakes. She grew up on a farm, and she really liked snakes. She knows that they, help control the mice population and just other things. I've heard they eat different types of bugs and things. And yeah, so they actually brought in all of these rocks to be a rock pile for snakes. Like, they put these here just to attract snakes. And as you can see, they definitely do their job. They also put in, excuse the shaky video from cell phone, anyway, they put in these wooden planks. Well, these actually attract the snakes too. It's a place for them to hide. They go under there, there's lots of places for them to slither in and out from underneath on all these rocks. And so, yeah, it attracts them, and then they can help keep different critters that you want out of your garden. So, let's say hi. Hi, Mr. Snakey. He didn't want to say hi. Oh well. Well, anyway, just a suggestion in case you wanted to attract some snakes. This would be a nice, easy way to do so. Just put some rocks down, and before you know it, you will have a garden haven full of snakes. Okay, and one more quick thing I wanted to talk about while I'm here at my grandparents' house still. So, like I said, it was converted into a rental, and we actually ended up with an issue with the sewer pipe, which is over here. It came across, and it ended up with a spot where it sagged, and we had a belly in it, as the guy called it, and so you had to dig it all out, yada yada. Well, anyway, we had to fix all of the landscaping, and my grandpa wanted all of this area here to be rock, and then he left this area here as grass. Well, when we ended up converting it to the rental, we needed to switch it around and flip around the rock because people tend to like grass more. So we just recently laid this down so that it could germinate some grass. It's like a germination blanket, I think they called it. I don't know. My neighbor gave me a roll, so I thought I'd try it out. Anyway, you put the grass seed underneath it, and then this on top of it, and it keeps it moist, and then this just kind of biodegrades and breaks down. My neighbor did it last year, and it worked really good. So anyway, day labor is where I wanted to go with this. So we actually hired on Craigslist, had some people come and move the rock. I hire people who will be willing to do fairly mundane work like that. It's like, okay, there's rock here, it needs to go there. I don't really like hiring for skilled work. I prefer to do, really simple, this is what we need. It's really easy, nothing that would take a whole lot of skill. And then what I do is I actually post it for fairly cheap, and then the people who are the most desperate are the ones who will respond. And then if they work well, I like to actually surprise them with more money than I originally planned. And then if they aren't good workers, they're on their phone all the time, they leave and they come back, they leave and they come back, they're not really even here a lot, then they just get the low price I originally quoted them. So anyway, that is actually how I got this rock moved. So if you have any, really hard back-breaking work to do, maybe consider hiring on Craigslist. Craigslist labor has actually been pretty helpful for me and my brother. We've actually really enjoyed it and had really good success with it so far. And then on the other side, if you end up with yourself in a really awful situation that you wish, wasn't the case, you're behind on your rent, etc., etc. Like one of the people who came and did this rock, that's the reason why he was here to do it. It's because he was behind on his rent, and so he came. And if you ended up in that type of situation as well, something where you just really needed some money, then you can, by all means, go ahead and look on Craigslist, because there's actually some good work out there on Craigslist to do. So yeah, my tenants wanted grass here, rock there, and then they put in some gardens, and you know me, I love gardens, so of course I let them, and it looks like they've been successful with it. This is their first year garden, and look, got some nice little strawberries there. Anyway, so that was all I had to say about that. My grandparents' house here, snakes, and day labor. We're just scraping here, getting some stuff ready for us to repaint some things, and I just wanted to do a quick video about these little flowers here. I actually found these on the clearance rack because they didn't have any flowers at the time. So on the package it said instant color, and so there was a bunch of, the regular priced ones that had all kinds of flowers like this. But then there was the other ones that didn't have any flowers, and they were all in they were all on the clearance rack. So after planting them up, you know, last week, actually it was 2 weeks ago, we got them, we planted them up, and then last week they started blooming, and now this week they have even more blossoms. So seriously, within a week they started blooming anyway. So we would have paid double price to get the regular ones to have the instant gratification, or if you wait a week, then they start blooming and then you get them all for half price. So you just wait a week, not have any flowers, save a lot of money. So just wanted to let you know, it may be a good idea to try and browse the clearance section when looking for plants and flowers and things like that, because it may very well be worth the money. Well, last night okay, so let me back up. A few days ago, we went and saw a house that looked really cool. I was really excited about it because it had so much stuff that we were looking for in a house. So it had 3-bedroom, 2-bath, it was in the county instead of the city, it had some outbuildings, it had this nice big garden shed, a second shed that was built off of this garage, another metal shed in the back. It had, you know, maybe a little less land than we were hoping for. I was really hoping for maybe like half an acre. I know that's a lot to ask, but you know, I was hoping for about half an acre, and it was a bit under that. And the house was a little bit smaller than I was hoping, but all in all, it was actually pretty good. And the efficiency of the layout of the house made it to where even though it was a little smaller, it would have worked just fine still. So anyway, we were like, you know, it's actually a little bit below what we were hoping to pay, and so, you know, the trade-offs of it being a little smaller and a little bit less land, it'll be actually really affordable, so this is actually perfect for us, because then we can, like, you know, have something that'll be affordable, comfortable for us, no problems whatsoever. Oh, it had a water well, which is huge. It was permitted and everything. Seems like a few of the properties we've seen, because it's hard to find one with a well. But the few of the properties we've been looking at that do have a well, they're not permitted, so it's kind of like, you know, hush-hush about there being a well when they sell it. So anyway, it was pretty cool that it was all permitted and everything was good. It was like we would be the second owner when the house was actually built in, what was it, 1951, I think it was. So it was like this cute little farmhouse, again, out in the country. It was really nice little house. Really liked the price. So we wanted to put an offer in, but when we went, obviously there was also a open house, and there was just a mad flock of people. I mean, my husband went and we saw how many other people there were, and it was pretty steady the whole time. And the day before there had been showings, and so there was like 16 other people who had seen it just that day alone, and then probably at least double that the next day. It was pretty rough. We could tell it was going to be kind of rough. So we're like, let's throw in our offer. Let's make it good and strong. We went $10,000, over $10,000. It was $10,100 above their asking price. So we were like feeling good about it. You know, this is going to be good. Maybe we'll get it. So we threw in our offer. Long story short, nope. So last night I was pretty disappointed about it. I was really hoping we would get it. We didn't end up getting it. But today I feel better about it because I had called the agent and he said that he got 21 offers on that property. 21! Yikes. So if we were one, we had 20 other people to compete with. I mean, our $10,000 above asking was nowhere near good enough. So yeah. In a way, I kind of feel like we didn't even really ever have a chance at it. But at the same time, I really do believe that if we were supposed to have it, we would get it pretty much no matter how many other offers there were on the table. And if we didn't get it, then we're not going to get it no matter how many offers are on the table. So, but that doesn't make me feel any less down about it. But one of the ways I kind of deal with feeling down or frustrated or, you know, whatever, is helping other people. It really does work. So if you're ever feeling, you know, sad or whatever, helping someone else do something in life can obviously be uplifting. So, I don't know if it'll be helpful to you all or not, but I think I might put together a little bit of a video series on, you know, the whole house buying process. First getting financing and how you got to go through that and the different types of mortgages. And so I realized that this sort of thing, you know, putting offers on and all this kind of stuff, we've done this before, so going through to the closing, and who knows, maybe we'll find something so we can kind of document the whole thing as we go through it as well. But again, I realize that this may be A, something many of you have already done anyway, and B, it might be something that's sort of boring. It's kind of maybe not the most exciting topic. And so But I have the most, you know, positive community of people out there, I swear. On all of YouTube, all of the most, you know, respectful, nice, positive people all come my way, which is great. So thank you all for that. So I know that if it's not something you're really interested in, you guys won't be upset about it. You know, if it's not a video you like, you know, you just watch for the other videos, for the ones that you are more interested in instead. So, you know, just a little, I guess, forewarning that might be coming up here soon. Maybe a little bit of like house buying and the process of type video stuff. So there you go. Kind of a bummer. Didn't work out. On one hand, I'm like frustrated because it seems like something really cool comes along and the price we really want, you know, and we even offer 10,000, over 10,000, like I said, above the asking, and it just didn't happen. But on the other hand, it's like, it's okay. If it's not supposed to happen, it won't. So I don't know. I keep going back and forth with that. So anyway, hope you liked this vlog. Hopefully it was useful to you in some way, shape, or form, and hopefully, you know, some of the other videos that we have coming up will be as well. So I'm Frugal. Thanks for watching.